Okay, I'm audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So let's proceed. So yesterday I think we went through with your mesh analysis AC problem. So I hope everyone understood. Any doubts, anyone regarding that? Means you can ask. So if not, we'll go ahead with your today's topic, that is your nodal analysis. Am I done with the previous part? Any doubts, anyone? Dependent problem, independent problem, AC analysis problem based on your mesh analysis. If anybody have doubt, you can ask me. Any doubts here, anyone?
Sir, in mesh analysis,
Yeah.
In the practical current source, sir, I mean the ideal current source, what if they give the direction of current in the downward direction, sir?
Downward direction. Okay. So assume that it is like this. So this is what you're telling, right?
Yes, sir.
So such kind of networks, if you find, if I assume clockwise direction, so whatever the answer is there, that should be minus. Okay, na?
Yes, yes.
The assumption what we are making and what is given in the question are both are in opposite, right? So you just need to write I1 is equal to minus pi. That's all.
Yes. Got it, sir.
Okay, na? Yeah, others send it out still. Just stick on to procedure. However direction they are going to give, let them give, not a problem. Yeah, Darshini, any doubt, ma?
No, sir.
Okay. Others, is it fine? Shall we proceed for next nodal analysis? Others, if anybody doubts anything, you can ask on your mesh analysis. Say try to practice at least 1 or 2 problems on each, AC, dependent, independent, then only you understand. Okay, unless until you implement the things on the paper, you won't get doubts. So shall we move on to next? Your nodal analysis. Okay, fine. So let's move on to nodal analysis, nothing but your KCL. So in case of KVL, what you found? Using voltage law, you used to find the current, right? So now reverse. Using current law, you have to find the voltages. And that voltages are called as node voltages. So it is called as nodal analysis. So we used to find mesh current, right? So we called as mesh analysis for your KVL. But in case of KCL, it is called as nodal analysis because I am going to find node voltages. Okay. So I think the first point of your mesh analysis was it will be applied only for your what? Planar network. Am I correct? So if it is applied only for planar network, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But the advantage of this KCL is you can do it for non-planar also. So whatever the circuit is there, whether it is planar or non-planar, irrespective of that, you can go ahead with your nodal analysis. So that is the advantage of your KCL compared to your KVL. Okay. So in which way it is going to be advantage, we will discuss. So before that, we just make few points like how we did the procedure for your KVL. Okay. So write the heading as KCL. Write on the procedure to solve nodal analysis problem. First one. So node voltage analysis can be applied to non-planar network also. I hope everyone got the difference between planar, non-planar in the previous classes. Same thing, only thing advantage is non-planar can also be implemented using nodal analysis. First point I will repeat. So it can be applied to solve non-planar network also. Is it fine? First point. Am I done? Shall I go with the second one? Yeah, is it fine, yeah? First point, Barkondrappa.
Yes, sir.
Okay, second one. All the principal nodes of a network, are identified. All the principal nodes means how much our possible nodes are there, you need to mark it, and and one of them is taken as reference node. I'll repeat. All the principal nodes of a network are identified and one of them, so among them only one you should pick as a reference node, nothing but a ground. Okay, done with second one. Is it fine here? Next point, shall I go with next point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Point number 3. Usually the node to which the maximum number of branches are connected are taken as reference node. See, the maximum number of branches for which node connection is there, that node should be considered as reference node. Am I done? Is it fine here? Any doubts, anyone with the first 3 points? Shall I go with the next 4th one? Right on 4th point. Remaining nodes. See, one you have marked as a reference node, right? So there are n number of nodes left out. So remaining nodes are assigned with node voltages V1, V2, so on till Vn. Remaining nodes are assigned with node voltages V1, V2, V3, so on till Vn. So one has taken as reference node which connects to a maximum number of, and remaining nodes you have to designate with V1, V2, V3. See, some problem they may designate with VA, VB also. So you have to stick on with the procedure. So every time V1, V2, V3, if it is not given, you can pick. But particularly if they are given VA, VB, VP, VC, whatever it is, they may use alphabet also. VX, VY. Whatever is given in the question, you go with that. If it is not given, then default V1, V2, V3 you can consider. Am I clear? Everyone? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, point number 5. The general node equation can be written as. So what is Ohm's law says here? What is the formula for Ohm's law? What is Ohm's law formula? Am I audible or not for you? What is Ohm's law says? What is the formula?
V equals IR.
V equals I.
I into R. See, this is what you used to do for your mesh analysis. But now for nodal analysis, it says current law. Means I need to use I is equals to V by R logic. Am I clear? So bold is visible clearly, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you got the difference. So you have used this V is equals to I into R for mesh analysis. So now we are going to make use of your current law. I is equals to V by R logic for finding the general node equation in nodal analysis. So this is point number 5. Am I done till here? Any doubts? Point number 5 till point number 5, anyone? Is that fine here? Shall we proceed? Point number 6. Read on. Node voltage equation are solved. Node voltage equations are solved using Cramer's rule, or simultaneous equations. So either you can use 2 unknowns, 3 unknowns in the calculator, how we did earlier, or using Cramer's rule. Same concept. See, if they specifically ask you to solve using Cramer's rule, you have to go with Cramer's rule. I told you, right? So default, if it is AC problem, you have to go with Cramer's rule only. Otherwise, normally you can use in a calc to get 2 unknowns, 3 unknowns and get the answer. So point number 7. Once the node voltages are known, so once you are able to find this V1, V2, V3, then current in all the branches can be solved. Then current in all the branches can be solved. See, once you are able to find your node voltages, so what is the current flowing across each branch, that you can find using your I is equals to V by R logic. Am I done? How many points? 7 points over, right? That's all. So if they ask you to mention or list the procedure to solve your KCL, so this 7 points should be there. So which carries 7 marks. Any doubts, anyone, with the procedure? I hope you got the comparison between your previous mesh analysis as well as nodal analysis. So only changes. The first thing, it is applied to non-planar also. So instead of mesh current, you should take nodus voltages, and there should be one reference node for which more number of branches are connected together. Then using your logic of Ohm's law, I is equals to V by R, we are going to find the current. Then apply your normal logic, either Cramer's rule or simultaneous equation, to get the unknowns. Once you find the voltages, then you can find the branch currents. Am I done with this, everyone? Any doubts? Any doubts here? If you say no doubts, I will proceed with the problem now. So any doubts, anyone with this still here? Yeah, I'm asking you only. Is it fine? My voice is not audible here. Is it breaking anything? Yeah, I'm not getting response. Fine. So am I clear, right, with my voice? Is it fine? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So now let's go with the problem implementation. After knowing the 7 procedures, what you're supposed to do. So straight I will try to understand a simple problem. Then we'll go ahead with the complexity. Okay. Read on first one. Find the current through each resistor. Find the current through each resistor for the network shown below. For the network shown below, using mesh and using nodal analysis. Just change the word. Using nodal analysis. I'll repeat. Find the current through each resistors of a network shown below using nodal analysis. See, that's why I told, listen to the last word carefully, whether it is mesh analysis, nodal analysis, source transformation, that word you should learn clearly. So don't blindly write the question and apply whatever you want. Read the question completely, then try to answer. Okay. So run the question now. So this is a given node. So you can solve this problem in 2 ways. I will teach both the method. Whichever you feel comfortable, go with that. So let me write the values 15 and 20. Is it visible here what I am writing? Yeah, what are things I wrote? Is it visible? Network is visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Just make a note of the question. So we'll try to explain the things. Written the question here? See, try to understand the logic. Don't try to mug up. If you mug up, you can't get the things. Try to analyze it. So any doubts, anyone till here? Questions written here? Shall I proceed? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now listen. So this is a part of your what planar only. So no need to check whether it is non-planar or not. Even if it is non-planar, you can go ahead. So now tell me how many principal nodes you have here. How many nodes? That is your second point, right? Procedure says. How many principal nodes you have?
Four.
So you are telling this is one node, this is one node, this is one node, this is one node. Is it so?
No, sir.
So can I mark this junction as one node?
Yes, sir.
Can I mark this junction as one more node? Where is one more then? You told four. Where are two more then? Is it this and this? See, marking of principal nodes is very, very important in your mesh nodal analysis. Okay. Listen carefully. Say I can't take node here because there is nothing here. There is no element, right? So whether you connect here or here, it comes to same point only. Same way here also. Am I clear, everyone? Is it fine? So if you have taken this two as your principal node and there will be one more node which connects all the branches. So can I call this junction as one more node which connects more number of branches? Can I? Yes or no, yeah? See, I mark this as node, this as node, and this as node. So these three are called as principal nodes. So out of this, which consisting of maximum number of connections with respect to branches? Look at here. So you have three branch, you have three branch. What about this? 1, 2, 3, 4. So can I treat this as a reference node now? Everyone, am I clear what I told? Yeah. Can I treat this as a reference node?
Yes, sir.
So you got the meaning of reference node now. So you can mark with a ground symbol. Okay. So I'll repeat. See, whenever the nodal analysis comes, you need to mark the principal nodes. Node is different, principal. See, I can take this also node, but it is waste, right? So principal node means this connection, so it should be similar. Okay. Similarly here, so 1, 2, and I can mark this as a 3. Out of these 3, which is having more number of branch connection. So this, if I mark this as V1 and this as V2 and this V3 becomes ground, so it is not required. Anyhow, V3 becomes 0. So our task is check out how many branch connections are here. This is one branch, this is one more branch, this is one more branch. So 3 branch connections are here. Similarly 3 here, but look at here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 branches are considered here. That's why I can treat this as a principal node with a reference node concept. Am I done? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now listen carefully. Listen carefully. See here, I told you can solve the problem in 2 methods. So whichever method you solve, answer remains same. Okay, I will try to teach both the method. So which one method you feel comfortable, go with that. Any one is enough. So let me go with method 1 first. So method 1 says logic of your current. That is your current law. I is equals to V by R logic. We can go ahead. Okay. Now just look at here. Just listen. See, for this node, so you have 3 branches. So for this particular V1 node, you have 3 branches. So here I can mark or I can make assumption like how we did in earlier clockwise direction for your mesh analysis. Same way we can do for your nodal analysis also. Okay. Is it fine? So I am making an assumption. I will clearly tell I am making an assumption. So assume that I have taken all the currents are leaving. If I take an assumption that all the currents are leaving. So if this is your main I1, I2, I3. See, naming is left to you. Whether you want this as, see, this I have taken I1 because battery is towards this side. So I take an I1. You can take this as I2, this as I3, or this as I2, this as I3. It's left to you. Okay. So now what I have chosen for node 1, all currents are leaving. So always make a note how I make assumption in your mesh analysis. Leaving current is treated as negative. I'll repeat, leaving current is treated as negative and entering current is known as positive. So am I clear with this point first of all before going to solve the problem? Everyone? Any doubts? Anyone till here? You got what I said? I am solving nodal analysis in two methods. So I am discussing with method 1. So method 1 is applying your Kirchhoff law concept, that is entering current, leaving current concept. Am I done till here? So what I told, I have made an assumption. See how I made clockwise, anti-clockwise, same way I made assumption. See few times in the question they will give the direction. So that time you should go with that only. So don't make your assumption that time. So if they are mentioned, go with that. If they are not mentioned, you should stick on with whichever things you feel comfortable. Okay. Only thing you should remember is assumption. Leaving current, I will take it as negative. Entering current, I will take it as positive. Any doubts, anyone till here? Any doubts,
No,
anyone till here? Is it fine?
No,
Shall I proceed?
Yes.
Okay. So now applying nodal analysis at node 1. So applying nodal analysis at node 1. What I chosen? I1, I2, I3, all are leaving. So all are leaving means what? All are leaving means what?
Negative.
Negative, sir.
Negative. So can I write it as minus I1 minus I2 minus I3 equal to 0. Am I correct? All currents are leaving. So I have chosen I1, I2, I3 as minus. Sarinappa, am I done till here? Am I done till here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now listen carefully. We know that current I is equals to V by R. So we know the logic, I is equals to V by R. So I need to incorporate this in terms of that, because our agenda is to find the node voltages, not the current. So current you have already done in your mesh analysis. Now using nodal, I need to apply my logic of Ohm's law, I is equals to V by R. Now look at the things carefully here. So I1 is between, look at the node 1 and you have 15 volt and your reference voltage. So totally there are 3 voltages across I1. Agree everyone first of all with the first point what I told. So you have V1 voltage, you have 15 volt voltage, then you have 0 voltage. Now tell me what is V by R equals to? What is V by R equals to? You got what I'm asking? I want to write I1 in terms of V by R. So V I told you have V1, you have 15 and you have 0. So what should be written now? V by R. You can look at there.
15.
Sir,
15
the
by
difference between the potential difference, sir. I mean the difference between the voltages.
Yes. So you have to start with this junction. See from here current is leaving means I should take V1 minus 15 minus 0 divided by 1. Am I correct? Listen carefully. V1 correct? See I need to write all the voltages. V divided by R. R we know it is 1 ohm. That is not a problem. So V1 minus 15 correct now? See if I treat this as a highest, then I should subtract the remaining. Am I understood with this topic to everyone? If I pick this node as the highest, then I will tell V1 minus 15 minus 0 divided by 1. Can I write it as I1 now? So I will take minus common. V1 minus 15 minus 0 divided by 1. Is it your V1 now? Sorry, I1 current?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no, yaar? See, just
Yes,
stick
sir.
on to procedure of V by R. Okay. So I it should be in terms of V by R. So from this I flows in this branch, you have 3 voltages. So since I am at first voltage, I will take that itself as a biggest. So V1 minus 15 minus 0 because this is ground divided by 1. So is it fine? Now tell me what is for I2?
V1 minus 0.
I2 is here.
V1
What is
minus
I2
0
now?
divided by 1.
Pardon?
V1 minus 0 divided by 1, sir.
Correct.
V1
So-
minus 0 divided by 1.
Yes. So V1 minus 0 divided by 1. Understood the logic now? V1 and here 0 divided by 1. So same way I3 and drop off. I3 is between V1 and V2. So what I should write now?
V1 minus V2.
Very good. So V1 minus V2 whole divided by 0.5 is equal to 0. So if you simplify this, are you going to get first equation? Am I right? Everyone? If you simplify this, you are going to get first equation or not? Tell me what is the answer. So we'll take this minus inside. So minus V1 plus 15 divided by 1 remains same. Again minus V1. So this is not required. Again minus V1. So here divided by 0.5 divided by 0.5 equal to 0. Sarendra? So now let's look at this. So this V1, this V1, this V1. You have 3 V1s. So this is nothing but I can take it as minus 2 V1. So plus 15 minus V1 by 0.5 plus V2 by 0.5 equal to 0. So if you take V1 common, it is like minus 2 minus 1 by 0.5 into V1 plus V2 into 1 by 0.5 is equals to minus 15. So what is simplification of this? How much? Simplify this and tell me what is V1 equals to. This part. Is it 4?
Sir, it's not visible.
Ivagappa? Now it is fine?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I just asked you to do this LCM and tell me what is the answer. Is it minus 4?
Yes, sir.
So I'll just write the things above here. So you got the first equation for nodal one as minus 4 V1 and what is 1 by 0.5? Is it 2? Is it 2 here? 1 by 0.5
Yes, sir.
plus 2 V2 is equals to minus 15. So is it what your first equation now? Is it what the first equation, everyone? Any doubts? Anyone with this? If you have, you can ask me. See, I am teaching nodal analysis to solve using method 1. I told the same problem can be done with 2 methods. Okay. So that is what I have treated as 1 now. Method 1, node voltage. I have taken all the currents are leaving. I told if currents are leaving, we are making an assumption. I will be stressing the word assumption. Okay, like how we did a clockwise, anti-clockwise. So all leaving current I have chosen as negative. I replace my current with my Ohm's law, V by R. So since node potential V1 is greater, I will make V1 minus 15 by 0. Because I don't know what is V1, right? See, if you're knowing V1, then you could have taken that is less. That's why I can take 15 minus V1. But since we don't know, we'll stick on with this V1 minus 15 by 1. Similarly wrote, simplified, I got the first equation. So any doubts, anyone now? Any doubts, anyone with the first method? Am I clear till here? Am I? If anybody have doubt, you should ask here. See, if you understand one problem, you can solve the remaining easily. First logic, you just make sure. Is it fine to everyone till here? Yeah, I'm asking you only. Shall I proceed? Any doubts till here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I want the equation from you. So there is this node 1 concept now. In your equation 1 is there. So now I want you to tell at node 2. So again the currents are there. Now listen carefully. See I1, I2, I3 are chosen, right? So do you think again I want to write I4, I5, I6 here? Do you want me to write I4, I5, I6 here? The same
Yes, sir.
I3 current is entering, right?
Yes, sir.
So don't take separate. So the same will come here. This is I3. and this is I4 and this is I5. See, there is a mistake you will commit. You will take this as one more current. That is not required because whatever current is leaving here, the same current will enter here. So now tell me at node 2. At node 2, so what is nodal analysis? I3 is entering means what?
Plus. Positive.
So I should write as I3, Amala,
minus I4
minus
Plus
I4
I5.
minus
minus
I5
Minus
I5
I5.
equal to 0. Everyone understood this logic first of all now? Don't take a separate current because that is already entering. You can consider the same thing. Okay. So now tell me what is I3?
V2 minus V1 by 0.5.
Yeah, this is a mistake you will commit. Okay, listen carefully. See, when you're taking the same current is entering here, whatever the previous value is there, same thing will come. You are not supposed to make V2 minus V1. That is a mistake you will commit in method number 1. So what you told, that is method number 2, that I will teach later. But you got the things what I told, unless until it is a new current, whatever current entering, you should remain or stick on with the same one. So is it like V1 minus V2 by 0.5 only, which is entering also? Yes or no, yeah? Yeah, am I clear to everyone now?
Yes, sir.
Don't take
Yes, sir.
blindly V2, yeah? I will repeat. I3 is entering, but it is entering from which point? From this V1 only. So since it is coming from the previous one, don't write V2 minus V1 by 0.5. So that analogy will come for next method where we won't consider any current. As it is, we'll write the equation that I will teach later. But here, since the current is entering, it is coming from which end? Previous end. So this I3 I can write same V1 minus V2 by 0.5. See, this is the only mistake you will commit while analyzing a method 1. Am I clear? What about I4 now? What is I4? V by R. What is I4 here?
V2 minus 0
V2
V2
minus
minus
0 by 2. So straight away I will write V2 by 2. And what about I5?
V2 minus
I5.
20 minus 4 divided by 1.
So V2 minus 20 minus 0 divided by 1. See, if you are able to write this equation, remaining simplification you will do yourself. So only mistake was here. So this is the only thing you should be having awareness. If you remember this logic, then you can proceed. Yeah, simplify this and tell me what is the expression. See, don't write from this step to straight away this step. If you do that, you are not going to get full marks. So first write to split this. So split it first, V1 by 0.5 because each step carries marks for you. That's why I am stressing. So V2 by 2 minus V2. So it's plus 20. I will push that side, become again minus 20. Right now? So V2, anyhow, it's 1 by 0.5 means 2 V1. So here you can take V2 common. So 1 by 0.5 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 into V2. How much? Check out how much here. What is the value of this? How much is this point value?
0.5.
Minus 1
Zero.
also there. I should take minus common, no, everywhere. Is this correct? So I should take minus, minus, minus all, no? Correct, na, yeah? So minus, minus, minus. So I have taken plus V2 out. How much is this?
3.5, sir.
Minus
3.5.
Yeah, you get negative. So 2v1 minus 3.5 v2 is equals to minus 20. So this is your equation number 2. So from here onwards, if they ask Cramer's rule, go with the Cramer's rule. If they not ask Cramer's rule, straight away apply your calculator and tell me two unknowns equation. What is v1? What is v2? What is v1 equals to now? Use your calculator and tell me what is your v1 v2 answer.
Sir, V2 11 volts.
v1 ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ?
V2 11. V2 11, sir.
v2 11 na? Okay. v1 you will get first answer v1. No, have you got v2?
9.25.
So V1 is 9.5.
ಯಾವುದು 9.25
V1.
v1 na? Okay. 9.25 volt. So everyone got the same answer. So 9.25 and 15. See, out of 15 volt, after passing through this resistor at v1, I am getting 9.25. Correct? Similarly, here also, after passing, free supply was 20, I got 11 volt. So I hope you got the difference now. Nodal analysis and mesh analysis. That is not the end of a problem. What is the question they've asked? They've asked you to find the current across each resistor. So current across each resistor means what? What is the formula you have written for I1? What is the formula written for I1? Okay, before with that, any doubts anyone till here? Any doubts anyone for applying your mesh analysis, nodal analysis concept? Am I clear till here? Am I?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I need to find the currents I1, I2, I3. I1, I2, I3, I4, I5. So totally you have 5 currents to be find. So what is the formula we wrote for I1 earlier? I1. It was V1 minus 15 by 1. So V1 minus 15 by 1. How much? So what is your answer you got just now you told? 9.25 minus 15 by 1. Estapa? How much you got?
Minus 5.7. Minus 5.75.
5.75. So this is your I1. So I have taken I1 what? As what? Living. But since you got the negative symbol, it tells that I should have taken entering. Understood the meaning now? Same procedure like mesh analysis. Everyone, am I clear? The assumption what we made, if you get positive answer, it tells that what assumption we have made is correct. If you get negative answer, negative current, it means that assumption what we have taken that should be reversed. So it means instead of taking leaving, I should have taken entering. That is the meaning. Am I clear? Everyone? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, I2. I2 is Ellapa. I2 is here, right? So it's V1 by 1. So whatever the answer of V1, 9.25, that itself is a current. Is it correct? Correct na yaar? What about I3? I3 says V1 minus V2 by 0.5. So V1 9.25 minus 11 by 0.5. ಎಷ್ಟು ನೋಡು? You need to write the steps like this. Otherwise, you won't get full marks. Don't write that answer of I1, I2. Dump the formula, dump the value, then write the answer. This is a way to follow the scheme. What's the answer? I3?
Minus 3.5.
Minus 3.5.
Minus 3.5. So again, same logic. We have taken assumption as leaving. So I3 should also be entering on the logic. So same way you calculate I4 and I5. The values are here. So V2 by 2. So V2 is 11 by 2. You're going to get 5.5. I4 answer. So I4 is 5.4. And what about I5? V2 minus 20. So V2 is 11 minus 20, nothing but minus 9. Again, I5 current should also be entering. So I hope everyone understood the logic of this. Everyone got the logic of nodal analysis method number 1? Yes or no? Anybody have doubts still means you can ask. Yeah? Any doubts here, anyone? Am I clear with this? Nodal analysis to everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, shall I go with method 2 now? Same problem, method 2. So we'll just verify what is the difference. Any doubts, anyone? You can ask. Otherwise, I will go with method 2. See, in the exam, they're not going to ask you to solve using method 1, method 2. It is left to you. If you are feeling comfortable with method 1, go with that. Or method 2, go with that. So we'll analyze what is method 2 now. Okay. Listen carefully. In method 2, I am least bothered about my current. Means I am not going to consider the direction of current. I will just stick on to my original procedure. How I did? If I am in node 1, I will give highest priority to node 1. If I am in node 2, I will give highest priority to node 2. Okay, like your mesh analysis. So there, method 2, we are not going to consider any entering current, leaving current concept. We will straight away write the equation. Just listen carefully now. So at node 1, listen first problem carefully, then you can solve. See, I told second method, we are not giving priority to my entering or leaving current. We will straight away write the equation by considering V1 is a superior. Okay, so it means V1 minus 15 minus 0 divided by 1. That is first part. So I'm not worrying about entering current, leaving current. I'm just writing V1 minus 15 minus 0 divided by 1. So everything I will keep adding now. So from now onwards, I am not going to take any subtraction. Everything I am going to take it as add. Okay. So next, this branch. So V1 minus 0 divided by 1. So plus V1 minus 0 divided by 1. Again plus V1 minus V2 by 0.5. V1 minus V2 by 0.5. So any branches left out? That's it, right? So you have 3 branches. I have written all 3 branches. Any doubts? Anyone with this method 2 first step? What I told? Is it fine? You got the difference between previous to this? We are least bothered about direction of current, entering or leaving. We'll just stick on highest priority is V1. So from that, I'll be keep writing my current equation. Am I done till here? Any doubts? Yeah, I'm asking you people only here. Any doubts?
No, sir.
Fine. So now we'll try to analyze it. The same concept. So it is V1 minus 15 plus V1 plus 1 by 0.5 V1 minus 1 by 0.5 V2 equal to 0. So here V1 2 and this is again 2, right? So it becomes 4 V1 and minus 2 V2 is equal to plus 15. So is it what equation number 1? Am I correct here? See V1 2 and 1 by 0.5 is 2, again 2 plus 2 become 4 Vi1 and here 1 by 2 is 2, so minus 2 V2. Am I clear with the first equation? Any doubts, anyone till here? Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Shall I? Okay. So now you tell me what is the equation for V2? What is the equation for V2? Node 2 analysis.
V2 minus V1 by
Understood?
0.5.
See, this was, we are worrying about previous case because same current was entering anta. But now we are giving a priority that whichever node we are, that is highest. So I can write the second node as V2 minus V1 divided by 0.5. So this is the only change from previous to this. Next, proceed plus. Next, I'll draw.
V2 minus 0 by 2
Okay, good. Next.
plus V2 minus 20 by 1.
Good. 20 by 1. Yeah, simplify this and tell me what is the equation. Simplify this and tell me what is the equation.
Minus 2V1
Minus 2V1
plus 3.5 V2
plus 3.5 V2
is equal to 20.
plus or minus or?
Plus, sir.
Here plus is there, no? It will come minus, no? If you push to RHS.
V2 minus 20, no, sir.
V2?
V2 minus 20 by 1, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So this becomes plus. Yeah. Solve this two equation. Check out what is the answer. What is given V2?
Same, sir.
Will you get same answer?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, you got the logic now? Whether you solve using first method or second method, the answer remains same. So I hope everyone got both the methods now. So whichever you feel comfortable, go with that. So from next time onwards, it's left to you. Whether you want to go with method 1 by considering the current entering leaving or that like this. So which one is easier? Method 2 or method 1? Second one, because we are least bothered about entering and leaving current, right? So we'll just stick on to the procedure by giving highest priority. So whichever node we are, that is highest. That's it. See, why I showed both the methods. We know second method is easier, but we should have a comparison. Then only we can tell this is easier. See, but you should think logically, entering current, leaving current, how we should solve also. For that purpose, I made it to understand method 1 and method 2. So I hope everyone got the logic. So once you got the same answer, remaining same procedure. So instead of minus plus, stick on to this. So wherever I1, I2, I3 they have asked, now you can make an assumption. Okay. So to find the current, you can make assumptions. If you get negative, it tells assumption should be reversed. That's it. Remaining all same procedure like how we did for method 1. Am I done with this? Any doubts? Anyone till here? Any doubts? Anyone till here? Is it fine, yeah? So I hope everyone got the logic of, yeah? Any doubts means you can ask, we'll discuss. Otherwise, I will give one problem. I want you to solve that. Am I done till here?
Yes,
Shall I give one problem for you? You try to solve using both methods so that you can get an idea how to solve. Then you can solve whichever you feel comfortable. So try to solve both methods now for the same type of problem. See, however, the alignment of the question is stick on to your procedure. Okay. So this is what the given question. Is it visible what I've written? Is it visible here? Question, everyone? See, I told the alignment of network may be however it is. Don't worry about that. Just stick on to procedure. Is this question visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now from this, tell me how many principal nodes you have. Principal nodes. How many principal nodes?
4, sir.
Good. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is your 4th. So we will take, see, all are having 3, 3 only, but since ground comes towards the end part, right? So it flows, continuous and flows. So you can take this as your reference node. So how we used to do grounding? You won't do grounding in between or at the end. We used to do at the end, right? So same way, all the flow should go towards the ground, the earthing part. So we'll connect the reference node at the end. Okay, now. So if they're given the question VA, VB, VC, go with that. X, Y, Z, go with that. If they are not given anything, then you go with V1, V2, V3. So this you can solve now, everyone. So whichever method you want, you solve. But for your verification, try to solve at least one problem for both the methods, so that you will get an idea, entering current, leaving current, how we should do. Okay. So now tell me, how many branch currents you have? How many branch currents? How many branch currents? So I can take this as I1, this as I2, and this as I3. So same I2 will come here, don't take one more. So this is your what? I4, I5. So again same I5 comes here, and again same I3 comes here. So only thing is I6. Understood, everyone? So entering current, leaving current, that is left to you. Assumption. So if you get negative answer, it should be reversed. That's it. Solve this. Everyone solve that.